Bree Stevens here with Lake Realty, and we're in a beautiful home constructed by Clason Remodeling Company. So we're super excited to have you guys here and learn more about the home and how people can see the home. But let's start first with the business and how you got started and all about what you guys do.
Thanks, Bree. It's Kurt Clason, Clason Remodeling. We started this company in 2006. I had been in the Coast Guard for 24 years. I ran their offshore construction. So initially we started as island guys. There's 360 islands on the lake. So we worked on that. That's why all of our license plates say island on them. And then we just slowly morphed off the islands and came on to work on land. Originally we were K.A. Clason Fine Woodworking, and we changed that name over to Clason Remodeling because we're one of 2 or 3 dedicated remodelers for the lake. And that just more represents what we do. So this house is a great example. There was an original house on this site. We're in the same footprint of it, and we built this out. I have with us Sydney Malko, who's our project coordinator. She handles all new projects coming into the thing. He coordinates that, getting out and interaction with the customers and working that way.
Awesome. Well, very excited to show people the detail and stuff. What would you say people, come to you is for mostly the remodeling part and around the lakes, but what is like your specialty or what people see in your work versus others? What defines us from different from anybody else is our woodworking. And the way we do our woodworking, and the unique things we put in, there's a couple things over there that we can show later on that are just unique to us, and everything we do is in-house. So our guys, our frame to finish, they work their whole way through. So we sub out very little, and it's the guys are dedicated to the woodworking, and our guys still carry hand planes, and that's not something you normally see in today's day and age.
Like Kurt said, it's on the existing foundation or footprint. We actually demoed the existing foundation and built new, but we were able to expand the small camp square footage threefold because there's a basement, main floor, and then a loft upstairs. But we kept that old camp look. I say it's classic lake house. We got the dark green, the woods everywhere, Doug fir, and tiny little nuances that we put our name onto or our little spin on. We tried to save some of the wood from the old camp before we demoed it. That's actually right in the main entry, and you're greeted with it. And then you'll find it throughout the home. There's even an oar mounted in the entryway, and we repurposed some more oars from their old boathouse down in their outdoor wash station. Personalized, we use our little glow forge, CNC'd like the colleges that the owners went to. The owners now to move here full time, and so we have this project going on. We're working on their deck and dock outside, closer to the water, and in the future we're hoping to do their little garage up there and bring it up to speed and matching this house and the entire property.
Awesome. And I think what's awesome about what you guys do too is you're doing stuff, not just the home itself, but the structures that were grandfathered in right within feet of the shoreline.
So the original house actually had a small sleeping cabin that the front legs of it were in the lake. So when we talked to the town about it, the town was like, nah, and they came out and looked and they were like, oh, wow, you are right. So with the Ames Associates, they redid our permit. We're actually 15 square feet smaller than what was originally here, but we have a really nice deck that's accessible, and then it's gonna have a cabana on it that you can have an outdoor kitchen. So it really brings that outdoor life tied right back to the house again. So they get the benefit, even though we're up high and a little bit further back in the lake, there is still a tie that brings us right down to the lake. And where we are, it's fairly steep, so that's a nice midpoint break.
Yeah, this house seems to have tiers with views from every vantage point. That's for sure.
It definitely does, and it's sort of funny. Their children's room has actually got one of the better views, but it's got a great view out into the broads of the lake. That's a really nice room with 8 bunk beds in there. Oh. So it's a fun kids room to have, and we worked with the homeowners on this, and really this is a family house. This is multi-generational house can work out here. So it's a nice layout. It's just very opening and brings, a gathering place for family.
And this video will serve as a sneak peek to that. So upcoming, and you can get tickets now, is the Lakes Region Parade of Homes event, which Clason Remodeling Company has been a part of for many, many years.
over the past decade. Great. And you can come see this Columbus Day weekend, which is super exciting. You can tour this, see the work that they'll have done, and meet the people involved in the project. And that's gonna be super special.
That is, it's gonna be fun. And it's, you know, the Parade of Homes is a great chance to see just the craftsmanship and the working around the lake. And all of us builders build a little bit differently and build uniquely. And it really highlights that. And it's a fun weekend, even though it's a long weekend. It's a fun weekend, especially when you start having, you know, multiple people in the house and they're asking you questions and stuff like that. But it really highlights, you know, the 9 houses that are in it, 10 houses that are in it, are some of the better craftsmen in the lake. So it's fun to be part of that.
Awesome, yeah, and you can come see that rain or shine that Saturday and Sunday, 9 to 5 that weekend. So, thank you, appreciate it.
That's awesome. Thank you.